Welcome to the most thrilling mystery series of the season. Starting with murder and corpse disposal case. Officer Park patrols a golden wheat field. Little did he know, he found a tied corpse in the drainage, covered in ants. The body seemed to have been there for a while. The medical exam revealed grim details. She had suffered unspeakable horrors, prompting Officer Park to start investigating. He interrogated everyone connected to the victim, but due to limited conditions, Officer Park found nothing useful. The case dragged on with no progress, and Officer Park thought it was just an ordinary violent murder case. Little did he know, things were about to get a whole lot messier. Soon enough, another female corpse popped up in the field, and the characteristics and methods mirrored the first case, even down to the matching red out. Clearly, this was the same series of crimes. The twist. Officer Park found a suspicious shoe print, but alas, that single clue was smashed by a speeding tractor. Initially promising, the results were disappointing. Just when Officer Park was about to lose hope, he heard about a village idiot named Kwan Ho, who had a weird hobby of stalking the local beauty, Hyang Soo. On the night Hyang Soo was killed, someone spotted him, giving Officer Park hope. He rushed to find the guy. Officer Park dragged him to the station for questioning, but no matter how hard he tried, this guy stubbornly refused to admit anything. Officer Park was so infuriated, he wanted to kick him. Meanwhile, a mysterious stranger arrived in town. The stranger tried to ask a woman ahead for directions, but she ran off, terrified by recent crimes. In her panic, she tripped and fell into the field. The clueless guy rushed over to help her up, only to be met with a blood-curdling scream. Coincidentally, Officer Park was passing by and, seeing this, thought the guy was a perv. So he didn't think twice before delivering. Later, Officer Park discovered that this cool-headed guy was actually named Oti, a cop sent from the provincial city to assist in the investigation. So, the two of them became reluctant buddies as the cops who misunderstood each other and swaggered toward the second crime seemed together. Officer Park drew the idiot's shoe prints everywhere, faking evidence to force a confession. But guess what? It was utterly useless, as the idiot didn't give a hoot about Officer Park's so-called evidence. So Officer Park decided to try a different tactic and start poking fun at the scars on the idiot's face. At this point, the idiot finally lost his temper, and Officer Park had hoped that he would finally confess to his crime, but unfortunately, the outcome was completely disappointing and backfired. Officer Park started launching verbal jabs at the idiot's face, asking if he wanted to kill the women, including Hyang Soo. In that scene, there was food, Hyang Soo's while asleep. Using what? Cloth pants, using Hyang Soo's white cloth pants while asleep. Everyone was taken aback when the idiot recounted every detail of the victim's demise as if he had witnessed. This revelation only strengthened Officer Park's belief that the idiot was the killer, but things were about to get twisty. That night, back at the station, Oti was burning the midnight oil, going through the case files. He confirmed the idiot's descriptions matched perfectly, yet didn't believe he was the killer. The idiot's severely burned hands made it impossible to handle chopsticks, let alone complex details. Meanwhile, the chief and Officer Park were celebrating over the prospect of catching the killer. The chief even called in a bunch of reporters to take the idiot to the second crime scene. They wanted to recreate the crime scene, but Oti tried to stop him, yet the chief just wouldn't listen. Meanwhile, the idiot's father arrived, shouting his son's innocence. The idiot insisted he did nothing. Suddenly, chaos erupted, sparking heated public discussion, forcing the police to release the idiot. But Officer Park was unsatisfied. He steadfastly believed the idiot was the killer. How else could he know so many details? However, Oti, who had been silent until now, jokingly remarked, "Wasn't this all just a rehearsal you planned ahead?" After this farce, the investigation team had to change their lead. The new chief, after getting a handle on the ongoing investigation, brought a few assistants to the scene of the first murder. He inquired about similarities between the victims. Officer Park said they were attractive singles in red when murdered. In addition, it's worth noting that all the attacks occurred during a drizzling rain. But Oti interjected inappropriately, asserting that there should actually be 3 victims. After Oti's revelation, everyone was bewildered. 2 bodies, how 3 victims? Oti checked the missing persons list and found a woman similar to the victims. She likely perished, but her body was found. Sure enough, Oti soon found the missing woman's body among some reeds, and parts of it had already decomposed. The death characteristics were identical to the previous 2 cases. She had also been raped and brutally murdered by the killer. Given the killer's methods, it was evident that they were a seasoned serial killer, and these crimes were by no means to prevent more victims from falling. The chief hatched a bold plan. He insisted they couldn't just sit around waiting. They had to catch the killer before this. So, on a rainy night, they had a female officer wear red and walk alone down a secluded path, hoping to lure the killer out. However, instead of the killer, they ended up with 2 passing girl students. While everyone was hiding from the rain in a small hut, the 2 students started discussing a rumor circulating around campus. Allegedly, there was a maniac living in their school's restroom who would come out at night to murder innocent girls. They speculated that this might be the killer they were searching for, yet Otti dismissed it as mere childish gossip. Little did he know, this would turn into a key clue in their investigation.